What's up, everybody? It's Koku, aka Koku Puff. And I don't really vlog often. It's not something I like to do necessarily. I don't necessarily want to be in the vlogosphere. I mean, I see a lot of you guys arguing and infighting and craziness, and everybody's like not friends anymore. And then this person's on this vlog talking about this person. It ain't about that. This is about the Chris Rock and Will Smith situation, but I'm really more so broadly more so addressing the audience. I don't want to necessarily get into the logistics and the details of their situation. I want y'all to understand what we saw and how it would present itself in so-called real life, right? So one thing's clear to me. A lot of folks are saying like, yo, if that was me and I was Chris Rock, I would have hooked off and blah blah. Come on now. I've been in a lot of fights in my life. I've been in a lot of violent situations. And I can honestly tell you guys, had I been at the Oscars in that moment and somebody smacked me in that moment, I do not believe I would have immediately retaliated. Now, what happens backstage, that's a different situation. But I really don't believe that I would have just like hooked off and like, tried to knock Will out. And the thing is, the way that smacking works, right? Like when you've been in environments that, many of us have been in, which a lot of y'all are not really understanding is that it's one thing if like you fight somebody and y'all shoot the fair and like you lose the fight. I mean, it just is what it is. You gotta, you might even shake on it and be friends later on. But when somebody smacks you, that's a different level of disrespect. That is somebody just like sunning you on a level where they are telling you that you are not like that and you just can't come back. It's like they killed you, right? So where I'm from, where I've been, what I have seen, what I have known in my lifetime is smacking somebody is a violation of egregious order. That will get you killed. Even jumping somebody might not get you killed because it depends on what the person did. But smacking? Like, I have only smacked somebody one time in my life. I promise y'all. It was one time. And I felt absolutely awful because the person did not retaliate. And it just was just like, yo, like, was I really like, was it even that serious? So I learned from then, like, there's just certain things, like, certain ways I never wanted anybody to feel. So every single fight I've ever been in my life, it was a fair fight. There was reason, justification. And I wasn't coming back. I wasn't coming from a bad place, right? So I say all that to say, y'all out here acting like, Chris Rock was perhaps pussy because he did not respond in kind. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, let's sort of unpack and understand like what Will Smith was going through. A lot of times we don't know what people are going through. So in the mindset, if I were a Chris, because the smack was so extreme, sometimes you just gotta ruminate on shit. You have to figure out like where is it coming from because you don't really know. We don't know where this man is. We don't know if this is the 18th joke that just fed him up, if it was the third joke. We don't know if it's the 500th joke. We just don't know this man's life. So you have to take ownership in understanding that sometimes when you hurt somebody's feelings, I mean, you just hurt somebody's feelings, right? Now, let's also be clear. In terms of smacking and slapping, Will Smith is 2 for 2 in the public eye, right? Will Smith slapped that dude for trying to kiss him. He slapped Chris Rock. Will Smith, in my opinion, perhaps, is a known slapper. Now, the question I have is what kind of environments are you in where you just get to slap motherfuckers and just get away with it? Like, who are you as a man or even as a woman or as whoever you are to allow someone to aggress you and feel like that's okay? There's nobody in this world that could smack me. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna happen. Oh no, you could smack me actually. You could smack, but let's see what happens. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not even coming up. I'm not the type of person to threaten anybody. Two things I don't do. I don't threaten people, and I don't slap people. It's just not things that I do, right? And I don't holler around, act like I'm big and bad. You know what I mean? Because anybody can take an L at any time. Somebody could knock me out today. Somebody could knock me out tomorrow. Somebody could take me out today. Somebody could take me out tomorrow. You know what I mean? But that's the point of all of this, is that there are certain actions that you cannot take. Like y'all are taking this Will Smith move as if it's something that you can do too. And I'm concerned. I'm concerned out there for what you all might do because y'all not like that. You cannot smack people. It doesn't work like that. That's not how the world works. That's not how my world works. How many of our worlds work. You try smacking somebody in the environments that I've been in, you will not walk out of there alive. Now, y'all might get into a scuffle and you might best that person. Now, if that person is pussy, then they'll try to take it to another level and escalate it. A mature person will take their L and go, right? Everybody's not mature. But a smack, that's unusual. That's very unusual. That is an escalation of the highest order. So all I'm saying is this, guys. Take care of yourselves. Protect yourself. And don't do nothing that you just do it. Don't do nothing that you just saw on TV and think that you can get away with it too, because it's not gonna work like that for you, you know. But I do wonder. I do wonder what kind of environments that Will is in that he thinks he can go and just slap somebody. But I am concerned. I'm concerned about his mental health. I'm concerned about Chris's mental health. I don't find anything particularly humorous about it, you know. There's not really a so-called taking sides. I do think that, like, come on, man, it's a comedian, you know. I don't do dirty comedy. Like, that's not really what I'm into myself. I actually thought the G.I. Jane comment was, I thought it was complimentary. I think that, you know, because of the character that G.I. Jane played, which was Demi Moore, who I'm sure she's like randomly like, why the F am I in this conversation right now? But, you know, it is what it is. But I never thought that was, I didn't think that was an insult. But, you know, we don't know the conversations that they're having at home. We don't know if Jada's crying every day, if she's out of sorts. We don't know. And again, that's a man that saw his wife hurting in the moment when he thought it was something light. When he looked over at his wife, I have to at least acknowledge that him seeing his wife uncomfortable was something that he felt like he needed to act on, but he could have acted on it in a very different way, because that would have been a very forgettable joke, guys. Like, none of us would have probably even really remembered it or really thought about it or cared that much. I mean, just being honest. And I would like, and I hope, and you know, there's been a lot of lies talking about some of the Oscars asked Will to leave after that. I don't believe that either. I don't believe that for anything. I would like to believe that Chris Rock really didn't know that Jada had alopecia. I didn't know Jada had alopecia. Jada Pink is a very beautiful woman. She has good bone structure. When I saw her at the Oscars with her bald head, I thought that was just a very intentional thing, and I didn't know it had anything to do with anything medical. I mean, you would have to be a really nasty person to know these details and to still go forward with something that you thought would hurt someone. And I would hope, and I don't think that Chris Rock is that malicious. I don't think so. To counter, you know, when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock, there was just something in his eyes, even as he was trying to sort of like process what had just happened, where you felt like he went back to that little boy that used to get, you know, beat up and bullied and so forth when he was in school. And I felt really bad about that too. At the same time, you have Will Smith, who is someone who has been continuously, like, he's just been completely just, I mean, the media goes at him so hard because he loves his wife. We don't know the details of their relationship. We don't know what works for them, what doesn't work for them. And I think that a lot of times that, you know, we spend so much time thinking about what other people's relationships are about. I mean, at this time, Jada and Will have talked about having an open marriage, which is fine for them. I mean, many people are getting actively cheated on. You're going through phones, you're questioning your spouses, you're getting lied on, you're crying on shoulders, you know, it's just all kinds of nonsense. When it's like, wouldn't it be healthier if you also had an open relationship too? Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm not in a position to judge anything anybody does. I'm just not that kind of person. So I've never really cared about the fact that their relationship was open. That's not really a big deal to me, or really anything for me to think about, you know. You know, monogamy, what is monogamy to most people anyway? You know, most people kind of really aren't monogamous. A lot of people so-called date. And aren't we in like the sneaky links like world now? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about all of that, you know. I can honestly tell you guys that I'm just too lazy to cheat. Like, I'm not a cheater. I don't really even like entertaining people much at all. So for me to just be like, yo, I'm talking to 15 dudes, ain't gonna happen. Because, you know, one dude annoys me, you know, 10 would just be like, you know, what am I doing, you know? But I say all that to say, I just want you all to be very clear on what a smack really looks like when you are really in environments where that just it don't go down like that. Like y'all romanticizing the moment, like Will won when it's like at the end of the day, I mean, Chris, he may not be the biggest, baddest, most muscle dude in the world, but you know what? He's the bag. You understand that? He's the bag and he's still from the sty. There's people out there that will go to work based on the bag. You feel me? Will Smith is from West Philly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these people are not from areas where it's like they don't know what it's like. That's why I'm very confused by Will Smith's actions because I'm like, you know what you did and you know what it means. So what's going on? But you're 2 for 2 on public smacking. So you the dude that smacks. How many people have been smacked by Will Smith? And if you've been smacked by Will Smith, please allow me to understand your story. I would love to talk to you. Because it seems to me like Will Smith is the kind of person that smacks people on the regular. I can come to that conclusion. Is Will smacking you at the birthday party? Did Will smack you at Thanksgiving? Did Will smack you at a wedding reception? Who's getting smacked like that? Is he smacking assistants? Is he smacking people at Chipotle? What's going on, Will? Who told you that smacking was all good? Like it was okay? What's going on? I wouldn't smack anybody. I don't even care if the person just could not take me one-on-one. I would not smack anybody. I promise you. It's not how the world works. Anyway, guys, it's Koku, a.k.a. Koku Puff. I'm just here with a hot take that is a little bit different because I just want to protect y'all from yourselves because y'all talking real crazy and spicy online and y'all don't know the elements out there because y'all really not like that. I promise you. Because if you smack anybody today, you probably not going to see tomorrow. Okay? I'm your friend. That's why I'm doing this. Take care.